Despite being forced to miss a minimum of 43 games this season over his COVID-19 vaccine refusal, NBA star Kyrie Irving will still be paid over $19 million by the Brooklyn Nets. Given the city's vaccination requirement, the team has announced that Irving will not be allowed to play or practice in New York until vaccinated. Irving took to Instagram last night to proclaim that his decision not to get vaccinated is not politically motivated. Even with that proclamation, Irving then went on to say nobody should be forced to do anything with their bodies, which to many, whether they agree with Irving or not, sounds precisely like a political statement. Irving seems to be attempting to position his distrust of the vaccine as a civil rights issue rather than a public health issue. While Irving himself may not be attempting to politicize his position on the vaccine, many in the black community, especially young fans of the star, have begun using his stance against the issue as a linchpin for not getting vaccinated themselves. Joining us to discuss Irving's stance on the vaccine and what the season has in store for him is Forbes national sports columnist Terence Moore. Terence, first of all, what do you think about Kyrie's position on not getting vaccinated?
You know what, Charles? When it comes to certain people in the public spotlight, like a Marjorie Taylor Greene, I think of, or a Kanye West, or any given great National Football League wide receiver of yore, and then certainly Kyrie Irving, you've got to just take it with a grain of salt what these guys say, okay? And I mean, this is a guy, remember, Kyrie Irving actually believes the earth is flat. So what does that tell you? All right. And the thing is, you talk about that Instagram live thing he did yesterday. I listened to that thing twice. Okay. It was 25 and a half minutes of nothingness. And I was like, why am I listening to this? Right? So sometimes we in the media, and I think in public in general, expect too much out of these guys just because they can dribble a basketball, play very well. I mean, I think he's got some problems.
So what does this mean for him, his career, and for the Nets?
Well, from the Nets standpoint, they're going to be just fine because they've got two of the top 5 or 10 players in the National Basketball Association, and Kevin Durant, and then they got James Harden. So these guys will be just fine. And then Patty Mills is taking his place. Patty Mills is a serviceable guard who do quite well. And remember, last year, the Nets with that big three, they only played together something like 8 games. So they'll turn out just fine. From the Kyrie Irving standpoint, if you go by him, he doesn't care about money. So I hope he doesn't care about money because he's losing like $400,000 a game by not playing. He's got the salary that was $35 million coming into this season. So, but the thing is, there's always a market for people who have talent, and he's got considerable talent. So you've got to think that even if he doesn't play this year, I got a feeling he'll probably play at some point this year for somebody. Even if he doesn't play this year, though, somebody's going to pick him up because he's Kyrie Irving, a guy that's got considerable skills.
So what do you think about, Kyrie or, some other athletes who were pointing to his position and kind of making him out to be a kind of civil rights leader for taking this position? What do you say to that?
Well, you can't really say that he is a civil rights leader when you've got 95% of NBA players who have taken both doses of this vaccine, okay? And let's look at it this way, Charles. New York City, LA, and San Francisco are the 3 prominent cities in the NBA that are requiring their players to be fully vaccinated. Of course, in New York, you can take 1 shot and still play. But in LA and San Francisco, you have to take the 2 doses. I bring up those cities because you look at LA, for instance, the Clippers and the Lakers, every player for those teams is vaccinated, double vaccinated. In New York City, the New York Knicks, every player is vaccinated, okay? Golden State Warriors, you got that famous case with Andrew Wiggins, who said that he didn't want to play because of religious reasons or for not taking the vaccine, I should put it that way. And that was knocked down by the NBA. And then, of course, you got the situation here with Kyrie. So you can't really be a civil rights leader when you've got that many people who are taking the vaccine, and you're out there by yourself. And I tell you, one of the biggest mysteries that I have here, Kyrie Irving is actually a vice president of the NBA Players Association. It's like, how did that happen? You know, with this attitude that he has compared to the rest of his peers.
And how much of this is just about privilege? I mean, you can say you don't care about money when you're still going to get paid $19 million for sitting at home. That's a privilege that a lot of people just don't have.
Yeah, but let's ask ourselves this, Charles. Does he really mean it when he says he doesn't care about money? I don't believe that. And again, going back to what I said at the top of the conversation, Kyrie Irving has a tendency to say things and just to do things. Okay, I mean, this is a guy that before the playoffs, I guess it was last year when he went back to Boston, he played for the Boston Celtics before he went to Brooklyn, that just start stomping on the Boston logo saying it's because, you know, Boston is racist. Okay, and that may be the case, but still, that's why you bring your attention to yourself by doing that. You know, several years ago, he said that he was he didn't look at himself as much as African American as he did Native American. You know. Again, it's just like all these attention grabbers that are out there. So it's kind of hard to tell sometimes how much he is saying because he actually believes it or because he's saying it for effect. And if he believes some of the stuff he's saying, God bless him. I mean, I personally think that the world is round, okay? But if he wants to believe it's flat, that's on him.
Terence Moore, I think I'm going to agree with you on the world is round point. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it.